learning mechanisms, and so I had to take trades and then feed that data into the bot.
Okay.
So that's where we are right now, I think. But the bot is starting to pick things up.
Right.
The second we hit that Nasdaq high, it changed my perspective.
Okay.
So instead of like holding the long that I was from last week, right? Last week I was here with Ikjot, and we were talking about unemployment and PMI, and I said we are going to make highs, right? And I was able to catch 3 good longs.
Okay.
Actually, I took 4 trades, 3 good longs, 1 cut short from a stop loss.
Okay. Yeah.
And then going into this week, I was able to short. So that's the thing. Like I have a strict rule, and most traders that we see here they're very animated when they start. And when you're like sort of a decade into this market, we try to make it as boring as we can. And we try to make the market boring, and that's what the markets are. It's either sideways or ranging, or sideways ranging, or I'd say trending. And I think the more we sort of make it boring, the more we can sort of take the losses. When we go through, like, I think I had a sort of a student trader that sort of started a couple of weeks ago. He had a strict sort of ruling, and he was on a winning streak.
Okay.
And then I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna wait till you make your first loss.
Yeah.
And then I want to know how you're feeling at the moment.
Sure.
I'll be your psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sort of make you sit down, lay down, and I'm gonna take a notebook, and we're gonna go through the emotions. And I think this is something that you do regularly with traders. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things traders struggle with, isn't it? Is losses.
The losses.
Yeah. I was doing a session this morning, and I think that there's a phrase I use which is called taking a good loss. Because some traders think there's nothing good about any loss. But a good loss is a loss that really is part of the fabric of your trading plan. Because unless you've got, I know there's traders out there. A lot of them on social media claim to have 100% win rates.
Yes.
Well, if you've got 100% win rate, why have a stop loss? And contact Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, because soon you'll be trumping them on the world's richest man or woman list, right?
Yeah.
But in any given system, whether it's a high win rate system or a low win rate system, you're going to have a percentage of losses. So the best thing is to make all those losses good losses. And what's a good loss? 2 things. One, it's a loss where you lost what you plan to lose. Everyone just plans to win. No one plans to lose.
No one plans to lose.
But a percentage of your trades are going to be losses. So don't risk 100 on a trade and then tell me you lost 1,000 on it. That's a bad loss. And then the second thing is a bad that characterises a good loss. So a good loss is where you take what you originally said was the amount you were willing to risk to see whether your probability would play out on the upside. The other thing is it a loss that was part of your plan? Did you trade the setup you said you would trade? And if you lost doing that, and you may have done, there's no people say I was wrong. No, you weren't wrong, because if that setup comes up tomorrow, you'll take it again. Yeah. It was just that particular incident led to a loss, and if you keep doing it, you'll get the percentage of those winners at whatever your risk reward ratio is that will make you profitable. So the big thing around this is like, look, it's not actually about winning and losing, it's about profitability. So you can lose a lot and still be profitable. You can win a lot and still be profitable. You can actually win a lot and still be unprofitable. So it's also about being strategic about that. And obviously this affects the psychology, because if traders feel that when they lose, they've done something wrong. Now they may have done, but sometimes there are such a thing as good losses. Whereas what we're always trying to do, a lot of traders, we're trying to fix stuff. So like the moment a system has a losing trade, like, oh no, surely this shouldn't happen. Let me find the system that doesn't lose. Well, welcome to the eternal merry-go-round, because that's a bottomless pit that you'll never come out of unless you wake up.
It's funny. In AI point of view, it's really funny, because I had one trader who was going through, like, he had 2 days where he passed his prop challenge, and then he calls me the next day, says, I'm miserable, I've lost it all. And I told him to take a deep breath, and I told him to just send me data. So then I put that data through GPT, and maybe someday we'll do this on the podcast. So I think it's really interesting to get insight. And what the data showed was really interesting. The second he took 2 losses, he didn't know how to deal with the loss, because prior to that he was winning and he was taking small losses, but this time now he's taking huge losses. He took a 1% loss, a 0.5% loss. Yeah. And he, in his mind, he lost $2,000, even though that was artificially construed. It's not the process works. Now in his mind, he lost 2,000. He needs to make up for it.
Of course, yeah.
So what did my friend do? He took another 15 trades.
Right, yeah. He went into over trading, revenge trading.
Revenge. So I told him, as a doctor, I've diagnosed that you took 15 revenge trades after you lost. Yeah. And he goes, what do you do after a loss? I'm like, you step away. You step away and you try to make it, and you disconnect from it. You go see a partner, you go see your family, you have a drink, you sort of
have an alcoholic drink, smash up the house.
Smash up the exactly.
But that's what you're talking about. See, that's the primordial response, isn't it? It's the fight or flight. Because we feel, our emotional brain thinks that us losing a trade means that our existence is being threatened. Yes. So you want to fight, whereas it's just a losing trade. Yeah. All right, if you're going to be rational about it, it's just part of trading. But to the emotional brain, it's going berserk. It's like can't cope,
So that's the thing. I think these are things that, I mean, when we're doing the podcast and when we're doing much these tutorials, and a bunch of influencers I would see on YouTube, they talk about the winning and the easy money and sort of the high risk, high reward claims, but no one talks about the losses. No one shows a loss. And I think that's something I think we're gonna sort of bring you in every couple of weeks, and
I'm sure with me they'll see a lot of losses.
They'll see a lot of losses.
Although we had a nice session last Tuesday, didn't we, Producer Russell? Yeah. But it's more about modelling the process of trading. And you got to love it all: wins, losses. You'll get losing streaks, but you'll also get winning streaks if you stay long enough with a good strategy that's got a statistical edge. Can you get 10 losses in a row? Yeah, but then statistically you could also get 10 winners in a row.
10 winners in a row.
But people don't stay long enough with a strategy to see the benefits of sticking with a strategy. Now, obviously, if at the end of a significant period of time your strategy is not yielding profitability, then you have to kind of look under the bonnet and see what's going on, right? Yeah. But usually it's not the strategy's problem. Usually it's the trader's problem. And the trader is the weakest link in any strategy.
He goes against the strategy.
Yeah, so like he might have a strategy that says, hey, I have a profit target at 3:1 or 2:1 or whatever, but they keep getting out the moment the market gives them a little bit of profit. And the Chicago traders had a phrase for that. They called it eating like a bird and shitting like an elephant. Because you're taking little profit. Yeah. And you can't imagine if you run a business like that. Can you run a business? No. Taking little profit from little. In fact, it's not even profit. Revenue. If your expenditure exceeds your revenue, how can you build a sustainable business? Yeah. So that's what it boils down to. Is controlling the expenses of trading, because that's all losses are, expenses. They're the cost of doing business. If you own a restaurant, are you going to start smashing up the restaurant because you've got to go and pay the chef? Yeah.
And so I've had weeks.
Or buy the food.
Let's talk data now. So
data.
Yeah. I'll make it interesting. So this week, last week, I've took 6 trades last week. Right. About 7 this week, so about 13 trades.
13, yeah.
Right, 13 trades. Out of them, 7 of them were winners, and then the rest, the 6, were losses.
Okay, so like almost 50-50, right?
50-50 there.
Yeah.
But I'm up.
A coin toss, right?
A coin toss. But I'm up though.
Right, because your reward is bigger, right?
The reward is bigger, right? So
do you have a fixed reward or an average or what?
2-1, 3-1. Okay. But I usually try to hit 1-1s.
You try to hit 1-1.
1-1s. 1-1s. If I make my sort of 30 to 50 points, that's a win. I'll move away.
Okay. So you're risking 30 points to make 30 points. Is that what you're saying? 1-1.
Yeah, those are 1-1 trades.
Okay, but you do hold for higher reward as well.
Absolutely. If it's going in my trend, then I can go for 2-1s.
Okay, and hence why you'll be profitable on the 50% win rate, right?
That's what it is, and it's taken me a long time to get my dummy head.
Yeah, I know, it's hard, isn't it?
It's a tough
it's not that we're stupid. I think it's just that Our emotion, it's just that this part of us doesn't get it. There's a part of our brain doesn't understand it. So it has to be literally rewired, I think.
So I've had other weeks where I've had sort of the same 13 trades, and I'll have 5 winners, the rest losses, but I'll still be profitable.
Yeah.
It's because once I've taken the loss, I'm able to take it like a man, take it like a bot, and say it's not working today.
Take it like a bot.
Take it like a bot. Because I'm taking hundreds of trades before, so I'll take it like a bot now. And I'm like, it was in the right season. And
do you hear that, Russell? Take it like a bot.
Take it like a bot.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And that's what we do, because like the bot. How many bots? So I told you 100 trades a day.
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Right, and what the bot does is it just gives me boring analytics.
Yeah.
It says we were profitable.
Like a super scalper type.
Super scalper. We're profitable 0.8% today. And then when I look at the result, I'm like, how many losses did you take? So you got to take it like a bot. You have to take it in a systemic point of view. And it's a really tough thing to do in trading. It's a really tough, because now I'm dealing with AI, I'm dealing with other things, and I'm finding that they are very reactive in their sort of ways of learning for tech. So I'm like, y'all can't make good traders now. Okay. If you think this way, because we have to think very automated when we're trading, and the issue is the human mind, right, is very reactionary, fight or flight, survival instincts, like you say, and with time we have to start, I think, training the mind to think more statistics, to think that, and I think that's why what's the success rate of a trader these days?
The what? Sorry,
the success rate of a trader right now. Like how many successful traders? Like, we know how many fail, right? And that's a big number, and we say 95%. And I think with AI, with sort of solutions, we're going to start to decrease that.
Okay.
But the ones that do stay successful, that 5% or 10% that are profitable, they all have a system.
Yeah.
And if the system doesn't go their word, they don't let those emotions play into their into their physical life.
They stick with their plan. Yeah.
They stick with their plan, and then when the weekend comes, they're okay to be around, even after a loss for a week. But I've seen new traders where when they've had a really bad week, they are not so good to be around. No. They're not so pleasant. And I think that's the learning of it. Sure. And I think psychology is something that we need to talk about more. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna call you next week. Okay. And we're gonna ask you how the week went. Yeah. And we're gonna ask a few points that the viewers can see. Okay. And improve from. But yeah, so far I think it's been an eventful week. I think we have a bunch coming up. Now, if you ask me what excites me this week, right? Because at the end of the day, blockchain and Web3, something I've been playing in. Something that really interests me is Bitcoin dominance. So we're gonna end it with Bitcoin dominance. This is looking good. Even though we're pulling back on Bitcoin overall, for me, odd season comes when Bitcoin dominance goes below 50%. Okay. And currently, we went from almost 60% down to 59%, and we're looking to maybe see this thing hit lower things. I think 50%. The sort of tweets I get, the sort of DMs I get is like, when are we pumping, right? And to me, altcoins pump when we go below 50%. So now Bitcoin dominance is down 50%. Now Ethereum and Solana's in these ecosystems get more of a gain. So I'm still waiting for that, but we're getting closer. Right? We used to be 62%, right? So 62% was how much Bitcoin dominance used to be. And this was about August 20. So this is just recently, like 2nd of August, right? The start of this month. Bitcoin dominance was about 62%, and now we're sitting at 59%. And I think this also plays into what happens in September with interest rates. Okay. Does Powell cut them? And so all these things are sort of lining up. Yeah. But for a trader, it's always boring for me. Yeah. But as a person that looks at data,
you find that kind of inspires you, gets you fired up. Yeah.
Gets me fired up for the next month, for the next month, for the next week. And I think we should have sort of 3 mindsets when we're trading. I think we should have our plan of what we trade, like you said. I like to counter trade, but we also should have our eyes on what's upcoming.
Yeah.
And I think we have to have a good sort of engagement of the two.
Okay.
Where we sort of look at sort of financial and fundamental stuff, like I think the peace deal with the US Ukraine this week, and then we also have to look into other things like building permits, like we talked about.
Yeah, the more micro stuff that's also could be significant, relative to the larger elephants in the room, shall we say?
Absolutely, and it's a balance of those things.
Sure.
And we do the same thing with life, right? We wake up and most of the stuff that we do, like brush our teeth, we have lunch, we have dinner, we sort of speak to our friends and family. Yeah. And most of it is autopilot because we're doing it from a young age. And trading has to be the same thing. We have to have research sort of components, compartmentalized, and then but when you get to the trading, it should be very boring. Yeah. That's my view. Maybe you think trading should be exciting.
No, I mean, I think you should leave that. Leave the excitement to the fanfare. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Or whatever. I think it should be fulfilling. I don't think you don't want to allow your hormones and your neurotransmitters to be going through a roller coaster every time you trade. They need to know that they're subservient, and you have to train them to be so.
I think that's a good place to end it.
All right. Yeah.
I think that's the psychological thing.
Yeah,
we have to train our neurons.
Anyone who quotes me, remember to put my name next to it.
Absolutely. So it's been a great week, and what I want to do going next week, I want to know if you've won or lost that week, and then I want to know your outcome.
Okay.
How are you feeling about it?
Yeah. I feel the same in respect of the. I've just told you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Isn't it, Russell?
Indeed.
The way to be.
But that's it for me today.
Thank you, Zee. Lovely talking with you today. And thank you for all your insights. And thank you for everyone who's tuned in.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.